oddly enough, my story's about a cat as well. So.
The wildest of beasts.
Indeed, the wildest of things. Well, I mean, I have trouble coming up with a story for tonight because I'm a suburban guy. I don't have stories of wild animals or wild things. I grew up with pets. And about 10 years ago, I was living in my dad's basement. I was unemployed, feeling, like useless, like a failure. But the one thing I had was I had my sister's cat. I was taking care of the cat. I was like, okay, I'm good for this one thing. This is the one spot I'm not useless. And the cat was doing pretty well. My dog had just died after a long life, and she had lived well, and she died in my arms. So it's the nicest way for this sad thing to happen. But the cat was thrilled because the cat had a good decade of living with this dog, and she had been a small cat. And as soon as the dog died, she doubled in size. So I was just like, yeah, I don't have that bastard around anymore. But I had to take care of her, and she had a thyroid condition, so she had to have medication every day. I'm like, fine, whatever. But one day she got out. She ran away. And I started to get worried because I'm like, okay, this is the one thing, the one way I'm useful. Also, it's my cat. I want to take care of my cat. And we were living in this suburb, the collection of townhouses, all these identical townhouses. And she was gone for several days. We were setting out water and cat food so that even if she didn't come back into the house immediately, at least she would be able to come by and get some food, some water, or maybe we were just feeding the local raccoons. I'm not sure what was going on, but I would go walking in the middle of the night, like 3, 4 in the morning, just up and down the streets. And the houses were identical. I would get lost walking in the cul-de-sac, not sure which one was my own, just looking around, waiting for the cat to come back. I would see blue lights in people's upstairs windows at 3 and 4 in the morning from TVs and from video games. I always had that impulse. I don't know why, but I bet they're playing Dungeons and Dragons or Mario Kart. And I just wanted to knock on the door and be like, can I play too? Because that was the shape of my loneliness then. I just wanted to be in a different life, in a different space. So I was walking around, and the cat wasn't coming back several days in. She had the thyroid condition. And one of the symptoms was if she didn't get her medication, she started getting really thirsty. I thought, okay, where are the nearest sources of fresh water? And right behind our house is kind of like on a hill. This is Pittsburgh. Everything is on a hill. And so it was this undevelopable plot of land that was just left to trees. And at the very bottom of this hill was a little storm sewer creek. I'm like, okay, I'll go down, climb down into this depression here, and stand. There's a little concrete block right in front of the drain. I went down there in the middle of the night on this August night. I was I'm standing on a concrete block, listening to all these mosquitoes all around me. I'm hearing things in the leaves rustling about. And it made me remember a few months earlier, I was driving to my house, coming around the bend down the hill, and there was a big black snake in the middle of the road. And I'd never seen a snake in real life before, because the zoo and the reptile house, they don't count. That's not the real world of grocery stores and mix CDs on your stereo. So there's a snake there. And it's hissing at every car that goes by, as though it's going to win that fight somehow. And I'm like, oh, I have to do something. So I parked at the bottom of the hill and I walked back up. I don't know what I would have done, like try to chase it across the street with a stick, or stand there to wave traffic down so it can make its way across like a line of baby ducks or something. But by the time I got back up there, it'd been run over and it was dead. And I was thinking about that, how just the futility of it and how impotent I felt in the face of that snake while I'm standing on that concrete block, hoping my cat might come by for a drink of water. And as I'm standing there, I see a pair of eyes in the darkness looking at me. And it occurred to me that I have no idea what I would even do here, even if I found my cat. There's nothing I could do in this situation. And about 150 feet in either direction are all these identical houses, people watching cable and having their microwave dinners, and all these lives that I cannot be a part of. And I stood down there for about half an hour, and I went back up to my house. And a few days later, the cat just came back on her own. Because she really just didn't need me at all.